Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Rebel Society. Jaclyn Steele here. And today I am doing a class on overcoming doubt so that you can chase after your dreams. I apologize for the dogs barking in the background. Somebody must be outside walking around. So I'm going to give people just a couple of seconds to hop on. If you're here, say hey. Please, I would love to hear from you. If at any point you have questions during this class, please let me know in the comments and I will do my very, very best to answer them. So let's talk a little bit about why I wanted to create this course. And the reason is because people need to pursue their dreams. And people need to pursue their dreams because pursuing your dreams makes you come alive. And when people come alive, they are happier, they are more joyful, they are more fulfilled, they are better people out in this world. And so while following your dreams and being happy and being joyful may sound altruistic, I don't think it is something that we should take lightly. I think it's a necessity. I think people must be pursuing their dreams in order to be happy, healthy, and joyful. So I created this class because I want to be a catalyst for you overcoming your doubts so that you can pursue your dreams and just go, 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 and go. Full transparency, I have struggled with doubt. Everybody on this planet struggles with doubt. Everybody. If you are actively pursuing your dreams, you will struggle with doubt at one point or another. So really, as we talk about doubt, the point isn't to say that, sorry, I just got distracted by these dogs. They are going nuts out there. The point isn't to say that it's a bad thing. Because it's not. It's just a part of the process. It's part of the journey. So let me dive into the steps, the 3 steps to overcoming doubt that I came up with and have meditated on and have used in my life. Number 1 is to call it out and recognize it for what it is. It is what? What's it showing up as? It could be showing up as resistance. You not wanting to pursue something that you know you should be pursuing. It could be distraction, coming up with all kinds of ways you can't do what you're supposed to be doing. It could be a scarcity mentality. It could be, oh my goodness, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough expertise, I'm not this, I'm not that. Excuses. It could be coming up as anger. I find that a lot of people who aren't pursuing their passions, there's a lot of latent anger because they know they should be doing something else, but they're not taking any steps toward doing that thing. And so that manifests itself as anger. It can also manifest itself as depression or sadness. So again, pursuing your dreams and pursuing your passions isn't just about being happy. It's about not allowing sadness and depression and scarcity and all of these negative, ugly feelings to creep in. And then as you're calling it out for what it is, doubt, anger, fear, depression, whatever, recognize where it's hanging out. What is triggering those feelings? Who is triggering those feelings? Are there people in your life that continually make you feel insecure or make you feel like you're not good enough? Once you recognize who, what, where, and when those feelings are creeping up and who is causing it, or if you're causing it, then you'll be much more apt and able to address it, recognize it, and heal from it and move forward. So first step to overcoming doubt is to recognize it. Recognize it for what it is. The second step, let's break down doubt, because in life there are 2 primary feelings that make up all other feelings. They are love and they are fear. Doubt is just a byproduct of fear. So however your doubt is bubbling up, you really can whittle it down to fear. So what is it as you are experiencing doubt that you are really fearful of? Is it fear of success? Is it fear of failure? Is it fear of not being good enough, of being made fun of being laughed at? I know for me, as I started my music journey, I came up against so much fear because I felt like, what if people don't like my music? What if I'm laughed off stage? What if people don't take me seriously? What if now moving forward, people are going to look at me as a joke because I followed this big dream and didn't make, $25 million doing it? And if I didn't do that, am I going to be considered one big fat failure? And all of those feelings can be whittled down to fear. So recognize doubt as fear, and then try and pinpoint what it is in your feelings of doubt that fear is grabbing onto. So what is it in your life that you are really, really afraid of? Another thing I want to tell you guys is doubt is part of the process of pursuing your dreams. I mentioned that a little bit ago. It is so normal as you set out on a course that you haven't set out on before. You don't know the end result. It's uncertain. It can feel insecure. And doubt is a normal part of that process. If you are not feeling any kind of doubt or fear, you're probably not dreaming very big, and you're probably not venturing out of your comfort zone. And so when you recognize that doubt is just part of the process, that can also take the fear out of it. And so instead of looking at it and saying, I'm going to avoid you at all costs, if you can look at it and say, you know what? You are just part of my journey. And that's okay. And I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to deal with you, and I'm going to figure out how to coexist peacefully alongside of you. It's like having a family member that you love but you don't necessarily like. You just have to figure out how to coexist peacefully with that person. And it's the same thing with doubt and fear. It's never going to completely go away. But when you take its power away by recognizing it and staring it right in the eyes, you take away that inability to move forward. Does anybody have any questions about that? Oh, okay. I'm going to take just a second. So Katie Lawson said, I'm bad with excuses. Honey, we can all be bad with excuses. And I'm going to give you a very simple anecdote for excuses. Stop making them. And I know that sounds so simple, but when we recognize our excuse as an excuse, then we can say in that like healthier part of our brain, you know what? F this. I'm not going to let that excuse or that person or that circumstance or my lack of money or expertise or whatever get in my way of moving forward. I'm just not going to allow it, and I'm going to stop making excuses and stop breaking promises to myself. And when you stop breaking promises to yourself, there is this trust that occurs. It's almost like being able to trust a best friend. You have to be able to trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, you're never going to be able to move forward. So cultivate that relationship with yourself where you say, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it and I follow through. And no excuse is even going to be on my radar. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Hi, Andrea. Okay, so just to catch everybody up, we're doing 3 ways to overcome doubt. The first is to call doubt out. Recognize it for what it is. The second is to say doubt really is fear. So what is my doubt disguising itself as? Is it anger? Is it distraction? Is it resistance? What is it? When you can pinpoint what it is, that is when you can address it and move forward. Okay, now number 3, and this is my favorite one. Number 3 is be the source of your own confidence, because often on the other side of doubt is a lack of confidence. And what we do, and this is just human nature, we put so much stock in what other people think, in other people's point of view, and we have to stop doing that. Why? Because opinions fluctuate. And affirmation is not reliable. Affirmation and other people's approval is not a good indicator of your ability. It may be really fun to have sometimes. Like, I love it when people tell me they tune into a live session and it was so groundbreaking for them. I love that. But I also know that whether or not they say that to me, I'm still going to be showing up here for these live sessions because I know I have something to say and I know it's of value. Okay, so be the source of your own confidence. We have to let go of other people's opinions. We have to let go of approval, whether it's from a parent or a peer or whoever. Approval is wonderful, but don't allow approval to dictate whether you move forward or not, whether you take risks or not. Let's see. Then here are a couple of things to boost your own confidence. Look back into your history. What have you done successfully? If you have even done one thing successfully, that is statistical proof that you are able to do it again. And so write down your successes, post them on a wall. I have a wall in my bedroom full of affirmations, full of dreams, full of beautiful photos that motivate me, because I am not going to allow anyone outside of myself to determine my worth, to determine my confidence, to determine my approval. So write those things down. Meditate on those. Again, other people's approval is wonderful, but it fluctuates and it is not consistent. So if you depend on anybody else's approval but your own, you will be disappointed regularly. And going back to being the source of your own confidence, way number 3. And this is a big one, and it sounds simplistic, but it is a total game changer. You have to wholeheartedly believe in yourself. When I was 24 years old, I started pursuing music. I started pursuing getting really healthy in my mind and my body, in the way that I thought about the world. And I came up against all kinds of just crap. People telling me, for instance, with music, I was too old. I was not skinny enough, not cute enough. I wore too much makeup. I didn't wear enough makeup. Then also, you're not old enough. I came up against that for the self-help stuff that I've done. How on earth could you know anything? You're too this, you're not enough that. It has come up my entire life. But there is this relentless part of me that says, I'm not going to accept that. And I am not going to take your opinion as my truth. And I'm not going to take your criticism as something that's going to determine the actions that I take in my life. Constructive criticism can be a wonderful thing, no doubt, if it's coming from a trusted source. But in the world we live in, when people are putting themselves out online, opinions roll in, and 9 times out of 10, those opinions aren't rooted in constructive criticism. So take them for what they are. They are people working out their own crap on your page, okay? And that's okay. Let it go. Ignore it. Know that your worth is intrinsic. You are a human being, and you are here on this earth for a reason. And if anybody tells you otherwise, F them. And if I wasn't live right now, I would say the real F word, because let's face it, it's one of my favorite words. But their opinion just doesn't matter. Who cares? Seriously, if you have a dream, if you have a passion about something, go for it. Even if everybody in your life says that you can't do it, use that as fuel. Turn them on their heads. Turn them upside down. Ignore it. Move forward. Guys, we have one life to live on this planet. Do we want to get to 90, which hopefully we will, and go, you know, I wish I had taken more risks. I wish I had ignored so-and-so who held me in a chokehold most of my life, or held me in a chokehold during those years that I should have been risking it all. Yeah. Guys, you're worthy of pursuing your dreams. You're worthy of pursuing your goals. And doubt is always going to be present. But that doesn't mean that doubt has to dictate our decisions. It just doesn't. We can control doubt. We can control it. It does not have to control us. Okay. I'm going to leave you with a closing statement that I wrote about a month ago because I've been working on this talk for a while. Again, I apologize for the dogs being so distracting. I'm going to have to not put them outside next time. But if we want to live the life of our dreams, we have to realize that we will come up against our own baggage. It may manifest itself as resistance, fear, anxiety, lack, not enough, too much, too powerful, too weak, etc. But that's okay. That's what happens when we are pursuing our dreams, because they're big and they're cool and they're awesome and we don't know what they're going to look like in the end. You are not even remotely alone when it comes to facing doubt and facing fears, but you are absolutely worth pursuing your dreams. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what kind of dream you have. You have to pursue it or you will never experience the fullness of happiness, the fullness of joy. And the world needs your dream. The world needs your gifts. The world needs you to come alive. When you come alive, you're going to go out and you're going to be so much more fulfilled. And you're going to make other people happier. You're going to show up to your family, to your friends, to your spouse as a more vibrant, alive being. You are worthy of that, and the world needs it. If we want to create worldwide change, we need to come alive. Our dreams, our passions, those make us come alive. So you can do it. Don't allow doubt to dictate your decision making. Coexist with it, recognize it, figure out where it's hanging out, and say, hey, you're there, I see you, cool, but I'm still moving forward. That is what I have for today. Let's see, I'm going to go over some of these comments now. Thank you, Reese, for tuning in. Ashley, hey, Jerome. How do we stop the dog in the background? Yeah, I know. I'm going to really have to do something like close all of my windows. I also have my brother's dog here right now, and so that makes 4, which is a lot of dogs. I have like a little kennel. Hey, Rick. Hey, Talisha. Okay, Jennifer. Hey, all the way from Boise. Thank you for your message. You are so welcome, girl. Hey, Reese. Andrea said, love motivation. Naturally, I've never let anyone define me. People have tried to break me, but they never win. Oh, amen, sister. You have to believe in yourself, and I know that's easier said than done. But when you know what you're made of, and every human is made of the same awesomeness, when you know that and when you believe it, there's nothing that you can't do. You got that spot on Indeed. Way to go. Keep it up. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Mark. I'm so glad that you're tuning in. Reese, thank you. Catherine, she wants to see my dog Tumnus. He's outside. Sorry. So, guys, I want to send you all the love I can possibly send you. All the encouragement that I can possibly send you. If you need an extra dose of encouragement, private message me, send me your questions, whatever it is. I am here to help you. I created the Rebel Society because I wanted to create a movement of people sharing ideas and pursuing their dreams and doing what they love so that they could come alive and we could live differently and we could transform the world. If you haven't joined the Rebel Society, I would love to have you. You need to be in there. If you're already in the Rebel Society, join the conversation. Talk to each other. Keep these questions coming. Keep the conversation going. We need each other. We need community. And when we're pursuing our dreams, we really can't do it alone. You know, we need each other, and we need a community like the Rebel Society to say, you can do it. And it doesn't matter what the outsiders think. Doesn't matter. You can do it. So there is the course for today. Again, if you have any questions, anything, let me know. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Light and love and peace.